Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of the podcast. This one is super special because I'll be joined by my daughter who is about to graduate college with the same course I took, Medical Technology. And as a parent, I'm so proud of her, and today I want her to ask some hard questions about life, school, and her journey so far. So some of these questions I've never asked her before, so an honest conversation. I hope you enjoy listening and maybe even learn something along the way. Okay. Welcome, Ate. So, here we're going to ask you some hard questions I never asked you before. So, first question. How are you?
I'm alright, I guess.
All right. That's not hard.
It's hard.
So, here's the question. What inspired you to take medical technology? Did my experience influence your decision?
um, I mean, I just did whatever you told me. I kind of just did whatever you told me to take, so I just took it because I didn't really know where. Like, I didn't really have an actual plan. I just knew I wanted to go to the med school. So
So your goal is to go to med school, right?
yeah,
But you have to finish medical technology first.
yeah.
And what's the most challenging subject or experience in your course so far? How did you handle it?
I mean, my whole third year was hard. It was like a time where I couldn't even get enough sleep. But like how I handled it was definitely like a big part of it was God and my friends. We just pushed each other to keep going, and we got through it together, and that's a good thing. So,
Yeah, I know it's not easy. I've been there before, been there, done that. So, but my experience is like I'm always just chill. I don't really stress myself with the subjects because it's easy before. I don't know now. Maybe it's different. So, how do you feel about the pressure of graduating and starting a career in medical field?
mm, I mean, it's definitely very, very, very hard to cope up with the pressure of graduating because I don't know if I'll graduate on time, but hopefully I will. And then I'm not really thinking about like getting a job yet. I'm only like um I'm only taking it step by step, like day by day, focusing on what I need to do now and not really like focusing on what I have to do in the future yet because I feel like I'll get so overwhelmed and I wouldn't know where to start. So I'm just not thinking about that yet.
So, are you excited already? You're gonna get your own salary and you're gonna get your own.
No, I'm gonna miss my allowance.
That's the thing. In the Philippines, it's easy to go for school because we're given allowance. Here in the US, it's different, right? Because you're gonna
Yeah,
be, I don't know with Luke, he's gonna be like he thinks it's gonna be easy, but it's not. I know it's not gonna be easy, but
he'll figure it.
it's good because you don't need to like think about what you're gonna pay for your bills, what you're gonna pay for your because everything is supported by parents. Like
Exactly.
so, is there a specific skill or part of being medtech that excites you most for the future career?
Mm,
What certain department do you like most? It's phlebotomy.
I really like microbiome. I think microbiology is so cool. It's just so interesting, and then there's so much into it, but it's also very like detailed and complex, and I feel like whenever I'm in the microbiome department, I can unleash my creativity in a way.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Department of the lab microbiome. It's also hard because there's a lot of things to consider.
Yeah.
Me, I like blood bank, but I'm not in blood bank. I'm in general lab, so I'm in core lab right now. So it's different.
Mm. I
So
mean, like,
yeah, what?
I think phlebotomy is also fun, but I think microbiome is more like interesting in a way.
Yeah, but here in the US, you'll not be working as phlebotomy if you work in the lab, because there's a phlebotomist doing the job for you.
Mm.
So what's something about the course that surprised you and turned out to be different from what you expected?
I mean, I never really had any expectations coming into this course because I never really fully like realized then what it was until I started like around my second year. So what really shocked me like the first time was parasitology because it was so hard, it was so complex, and I did not like learning about parasites.
Yeah, but parasitology is like very. It's like there's no additional things happening right in parasitology. It's like whatever it is before, it's the same as now. Same. It's like so. It's not really. It's in the book. And parasitology in the US is not much because there's not much parasites here.
Mm,
Unlike in Asia or in the Philippines, like you really able to find those parasites everywhere. It's
yeah.
common, but not here. So, how do you balance the stress of college life, personal life, and your mental health?
I don't.
You don't balance it?
No, I have to sacrifice one thing in order for the others to survive. And the sacrificial lamb is my mental health.
How do you how do you say like how do you say that your mental health is the one sacrifice?
Sometimes I don't really just like care for it. Like I don't think about what I'm feeling, or I don't really think about like the hard things in order to just like get through the week. Sometimes I like only think about what I'm actually feeling after everything is done, after my exams are done, after all the work is done, because like if I think about it at the time, then I won't be able to like do anything because I would just be hyper fixated on what I'm feeling. And so I just like don't think about it, and it kind of just like takes also like a mental and physical toll on me because I feel myself like whenever I do that, I get sick or like I just don't feel the best.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to like focus on something like but you need to take a rest also. You need to stop and just breathe some air. It's like because it's pressure is there, but in order for you to balance the stress, you got to also take like me before when I was doing the board exam. It was so stressful that but I always have time in my schedule to watch a movie, even though I'm already stressed with something like
Mm.
already cramming for the exam. But once I scheduled a movie time for me, even if I want to study, I have to watch a movie just to take a break because we always need it. But I don't know. What about
Man,
personal life?
for me, if I take a break, I just sleep and end up sleeping like around like 13 hours sometimes to 12 to 13 hours.
Yeah,
It
that's
helps.
that's that's how you take your break. It's like doing nothing, just exactly resting and doing nothing for. That's how you give yourself a break. That's how you give yourself a reset. It's like a reset of your body. The moment.
Yeah.
So, do you think being in the same course as me adds extra pressure or motivation? Why do you feel that way?
I mean, it doesn't really add pressure. I mean, it's nice because, like, I have you to talk about, like, my struggles, and then you get it. And, like, whenever I talk to my mom, and then, like, she just gets more stressed whenever I talk to her about the pressures, and, like, she gets more stressed than I do. And then you're just there, like, to balance it out because you've been there and you know that it's gonna get better. So it's nice.
Yeah, because I know the struggles of being on this course. It's not easy, but it's worth the struggles after, because it's not only that you learn something, but you learn a unique thing, unique uh, kind of study, because you're studying a person. You're trying to help make a person better, because our job is really important, because without the MedTech, it's very hard to identify the disease of a person.
Yeah.
So, what's one thing you've learned about yourself while studying medical technology?
Uh, I don't know. Um,
Did you learn
that I
something?
still need improvement every single day.
What kind of improvement is that?
I mean, like many things. Maybe it's about school or life, or just like the way I manage my time, or the way I manage my studies, or just like the way the way I like talk to people and everything like that. It teaches you a lot about not just academics, but maybe like even physical and mental and even emotional growth, I guess. It challenges you in many ways and it helps you grow in many ways. I think college in general does that, but I think this course definitely took a toll on challenging me. And it's a lot, but it's okay.
Did you regret that you don't have the study habits when you're in high school?
I feel like I had better study habits in high school than I did now.
But the technique on studying, do you have any technique that were able to learn memorizing
I'm
things?
still No, for me, I'm still definitely working on what works best for me because it's different for every subjects for me because there's some subjects that one study technique works and there's others that like other study technique works for me. And like for example, in clinical microscopy, like definitely like visual stuff, drawing things and everything works. But in chemistry, since there's so many like values and other things that you have to remember, like flashcards works for me and all that fun stuff.
So, if you could give an advice to someone just starting a medtech, what would it be?
Brace yourself.
It's
It's
gonna
not
be a
like
roller coaster ride.
yeah, it's not an easy course and I've realized over the years like with me and my friends that it's definitely not for everyone. Like not everyone's brain is equipped to study in the medical field. But like what I've noticed here in the Philippines is that people just like kind of pick their courses based on what they think they want because that's what society tells them or like what their parents want for them because like obviously their parents are paying for their college but if you're really like not fit for science and like math Like if you really don't think that you can handle it, I think like you should not take the course. Or maybe you should. I don't know, but like for me what I've noticed is that it only like it only like ruined some of my friends' confidence and mental health status when they realized that like they couldn't do it, but like they wanted to do it because that's what their parents or like everybody else around them told them to do.
So if you're gonna do it again, are you gonna take medical technology? If you're gonna do it all over again, you turn back the time.
Uh, I think I would, but I also wanted to try engineering.
Yeah, engineering is also good.
Yeah,
So
but I think this path is also fun. I think there was a series of challenges that made me love the course itself over time. Cause like when I was in second year, when it was like half face to face, I couldn't really see what the subjects and like the course was what it really was. And I was like confused, and I was like, why am I even taking this? I had some regrets then, but after my third year, when I started internship, actually, I started to see the beauty of it. I started to see what it really was and started appreciating it, and I started to love it more when I actually like started like doing the job.
yeah, it's just fun. It's like it's hard, but it's when you're doing the job. It's the important is you have passion, compassion with the people you're dealing with. You have the passion to help
Yeah.
people. Because if not, you're actually just doing your job. If you don't love it, it's not just gonna be not gonna be good. So,
Yeah.
what are your goals as a medical technologist, and how can I support you in achieving them?
My goal is to go to med school.
Well, nothing is impossible if you have the will to do it.
Yeah, but I definitely want to take a break for a while, maybe work for a bit and see how the pay is.
Well, it's a good
and
pay.
um, I feel like I'll enjoy it, but I don't see myself doing it for the long term, like the long run.
There's a lot of programs now. You can do physician assistant, or you can go to medical school. You can go informatics. There's a lot of different branches. It's not only like working in the lab. It's not working in the lab is for us elderly.
Elderly.
All right. That's it for today's episode. We survive it. That's it for today's episode. I had such a meaningful time talking with my daughter and hearing her thoughts about life, school, and her journey as a future medical technologist. It's not every day that you get to sit down and have this kind of honest conversation, and I'm so grateful for this moment. To all the parents and students listening, I hope this inspired you to have deeper talks with your loved ones too. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the